I am looking at this candle and I am very confused. There is no string on the top of it. A candle needs a string so you can light it with a match and make a little flame. Without the string, which is called a wick, you just have a jar of smelly wax that does nothing. I am asking my friend Kylie if she sees it, but she says she does not see it either. This is really weird. How can you have a candle that you cannot even light? It feels like a big mistake. I am starting to feel like I am going crazy because I keep looking for the part to light, but it is just not there. It is just a flat piece of wax. I really wanted to show this candle to everyone who is watching. A person told me they have a family member who worked at the company Netflix for a long time. When that person finally left their job, they were given this pretty candle as a gift. It looks very nice and expensive, but there is still no string to light it. Is this a normal thing that happens? It seems like a very big mistake to me. If you give someone a candle, you should make sure they can actually use it. This makes the brand look like they do not care about what they are sending to people. I am being totally serious right now. 2 different people have told me the same thing already. They said that when they ordered their candles, there was no string inside the jar. How can you sell a candle to someone if they cannot even use it to make light? It makes no sense to sell a broken product to customers who paid a lot of money. If this is happening to many people, it means the company is not checking their items before they put them in boxes. It is very disappointing to get something that you have to fix or throw away. A very famous lady named Oprah says she loves the orange jam from this brand. She thinks it is great. Some people say she only likes it because she is friends with Meghan Markle, but the brand says she likes it just because it tastes good. I am not so sure about that anymore after what happened to me. Sometimes famous people say they like things just to be nice to their friends, but when regular people try the product, they might have a very different experience. It is important to know if a product is actually good, or if it is just getting help from famous friends. Oh boy, this jam is not good at all. My throat feels like it is closing up because it tastes so bad. This orange marmalade is not yummy or sweet like it should be. It actually makes me feel a little bit sick. I cannot believe people pay a lot of money for this. It is one of the worst things I have ever tasted in my life. I think I would rather eat plain bread than put this jam on it. It is sad when something looks fancy but tastes like junk. I do not think I will ever try this jam again. Meghan Markle, who is also called the Duchess of Sussex, sold a candle to someone, but the person got a candle with no string inside. If you have a business that sells candles, you have one very important job. You have to put the string inside so people can use it. This is supposed to be a fancy and expensive brand for rich people. It is not like the cheap things you find at a giant supermarket or a discount store. This brand is for people who want to feel special, but they are getting broken things instead. You cannot call something luxury if it does not even work. It looks like she is making some very desperate moves to sell her stuff lately. People are writing reviews online and they are saying that the candles do not have strings. This is a big problem for a new business. I am also hearing that the boxes might not even look good when they arrive. What is going on at her company? It seems like a huge mess over there. When a business starts having these kinds of problems, people stop trusting them. If you cannot get a candle right, what else are you getting wrong? It makes the whole brand look bad. Meghan Markle always says she is the smart one in her family. She thinks her whole identity is about being a very smart person. But we are all still waiting to see proof of that. Was it smart to stop being a royal princess just to go and sell jam and candles that do not even work? She could be living in a big castle right now with servants and a fancy life. Instead, she is selling dog biscuits and broken candles. That does not seem very smart to me. It seems like she made a choice that did not work out the way she wanted. In M's opinion, this brand is a big ripoff. It costs way too much money for what you get. We can see this in her latest attempts to sell things to people. It is really sad to see. Imagine you spend $64 on a fancy candle. You open the pretty box and pull out the glass jar. You are ready to light it and make your house smell like flowers and wood. But there is no string. This isn't a joke. It is happening to people all over the place. $64 is a lot of money to waste on something that is basically just a jar of wax. Buyers across the whole country are opening their expensive candles and finding out they are broken. They pay $64 and get something that they literally cannot use. When they try to talk to the company to get their money back, nobody answers them. The customer service team is totally silent. It is like they disappeared or are hiding from the people who bought their products. This is a very mean way to treat customers. If you take someone's money, you should at least talk to them when they have a problem with what you sold them. There is nothing to light on this candle. This is just like Meghan's career lately. It is a big failure that will not start up. I really ordered this candle myself and I cannot even light it up. I want my money back right now. Meghan, please send me a refund. I paid a lot of money for this broken thing and I am not happy about it. It feels like I was tricked into buying something that was never going to work. No one likes to feel like they wasted their hard-earned money on junk. Welcome to the latest big mess from Meghan Markle's brand. This one might even get her in trouble with the law. The story gets crazier the more you look at it. It started when a few people posted online that their candles had no strings. At first, people thought it was a prank or a joke, but then more and more people said the same thing was happening to them. Even the government in the UK is making fun of her now. It is hard to be a serious business person when everyone is laughing at your products because they are broken. This candle took a long time to get to me because I live in the United Kingdom. When it finally got here, I was very excited to open it. I knew my friend Link had a bad time with his order, but I hoped mine would be okay. I was wrong. When I opened the box, there was no string again. There is no way to light this thing. It is just a big block of wax sitting in a jar. I spent all that time waiting for nothing. It is very annoying when you wait for a package and it arrives broken. We are not talking about just one bad candle. This is happening to a lot of people who bought them. It is a pattern of bad products being sent out. If you look at the bottom of the candle, it has instructions that say you should trim the string. That means the candle is supposed to have a string. This isn't a special kind of candle that does not need fire. It is just a regular candle that is missing its most important part. It is like buying a car that does not have any wheels. You just cannot use it for what it was made for. Some of these candles have a hole where the string should be. It is just an empty spot in the wax where the string was forgot. Other candles are just solid wax with no hole at all. These are not cheap candles that you buy at a drugstore for $5. I paid $64 for this. It is like a metaphor for her career. Nothing is starting and nothing is lighting up. There is nothing on the inside that works. It is quite sad to see someone fail this hard when they have so much help and money. These are sold as very expensive and fancy items. When you pay $64 for a candle, you expect it to be perfect. You expect the people who made it to be very careful with every detail. You definitely do not expect to get a product that does not even function. $64 is a lot of money. I could buy a lot of toys or a nice dinner for that price. I was running around my house looking for matches this morning, but I did not even need them because there is no string to light. It was a waste of my time. I tried to smell the candle and it does not smell very good to me. Some people say it smells like a bad place. To me, it smells just like a cheap candle you would buy for a few dollars at the grocery store. For $64, you could go to the mall and buy 3 candles that actually work and have strings. You could buy candles that smell much better and fill your whole house with nice smells. This candle is not worth the price at all. It is just an expensive mistake in a jar. Many people trusted the Meghan Markle brand, but they were let down. They thought they were buying something fancy and special. Instead, they got a very expensive piece of wax that they cannot use. The scent is supposed to be a California flower, but those flowers do not actually have a smell in real life. So even if the candle had a string, it would not smell like anything. This whole situation is very frustrating for the people who spent their money. It might even be against the law to sell broken things like this. The candle is supposed to smell like flowers and lotus and wood. It might smell like Meghan's bathroom, but it's a no for me. If I am paying $64, there better be a string to light. I think this is a big prank or a joke on the customers. The candle jar is heavy and feels expensive, but it's useless if you cannot light it. Someone at the company who checks the quality did a very bad job. You cannot be a luxury brand if you do not care about the quality of your products. When people found out their candles were broken, they tried to call the company for help. They sent messages to the website to get their money back, but the company is not answering anyone. The customer service team is not doing their job at all. Some people get a fake computer message, but most people get nothing. The website says they will not give money back, which is very mean when the product they sent is broken. If a store sells you something that does not work, they should give your money back. A real business would give you your money back if they sent you a broken item. They would say they are sorry and try to make you happy. That is how you build a good brand that people will trust. But this company is just ignoring everyone. One person tried to get help on the website and the company just asked for a number and then stopped talking to them. This is a very bad way to run a business. It makes people want to tell everyone else not to buy from you. This candle we bought was a total mess. My friend Alan sent an email to the seller to ask why there was no string. The seller said they saw a string before they sent it, but we know that isn't true. You cannot just take a string out of a candle once it is made. It was never there. These customers are being left with useless jars of wax and no way to get their money back. It's a huge mess and it makes the whole brand look like a scam. No one should be treated this way. When you sell expensive things, you have to have good customer service. This brand is failing at that part of the job. There is a story about a person who left their job at Netflix. They were given a big bag of random junk as they walked out the door. Inside that bag was a product from Meghan's brand. Netflix was just giving her stuff away like it was old trash that they did not want anymore. They did not think it was worth anything special or important. My friend took some jam out to test it today. We wanted to see if it was yummy. I wonder if Meghan actually put the stickers on these jars herself. My kids help me open the box and look at everything. We are trying to be fair with our test. We have raspberry spread and apricot spread. One jar is orange marmalade. It looks fancy with the labels, but we will have to see if it tastes good or if it just tastes like junk. Good packaging does not mean the food inside is good. The candle in the gift bag was also missing its string. Netflix had these products and they knew they were bad, so they just gave them away to people who were leaving. This happened right after Netflix canceled Meghan's TV show. Her show was not popular at all with the viewers. More people watched old shows and cartoons than her new show. Netflix does not want to work with her anymore. They are trying to get rid of everything that has her name on it. It seems like her big deals are all going away. Meghan has a lot of followers on Instagram, but most of them did not watch her show. Her expensive lifestyle show was a big failure in the ratings. It wasn't even as popular as a show that is 12 years old. How can a famous person fail this much? The numbers show that people are just not interested in her brand. She hit a wall of reality. Her star power is gone and her business is falling apart. People are tired of her stories and they do not want to buy her products anymore. Meghan Markle always says she is very good at seeing small details. She says she checks every single thing herself. If that is true, how did she miss the fact that her candles do not have strings? This is happening to many different people. Either she isn't actually checking the candles or she is just not very good at it. She looks very bad in this story. Making a candle is a very simple thing, but she still messed it up. It is hard to say you are a perfectionist when your products are broken. This is not a joke. I am testing the candle on my show right now and it has no string. I feel like I got tricked by a famous person. There is literally nothing to light here. No wonder she has so many of these things sitting on her shelf. They are just pieces of junk that no one can use. My friend Alan bought this for me as a joke. We didn't even know it would be this bad, but it is a total disaster. It is embarrassing to sell something like this to the public. This business is being run very poorly. It is a messy operation with no one checking the products. This keeps happening over and over again to different customers. It shows that Meghan does not know how to run a real business. She is a famous person, so people are going to notice when her products do not work. She cannot afford to have these kinds of mistakes if she wants to be successful. You have to work hard and care about your customers to stay in business for a long time. There are laws that protect people when they buy broken things from a company. Selling a candle that does not work is a big problem. If enough people complain to the government, they might start an investigation into the brand. People could also get together and sue her in court to get their money back. This could really hurt her brand and cost her a lot of money in the end. It is a very serious situation for her and her company. You cannot just take money and give nothing back. This whole candle thing is like a symbol for Meghan's career right now. Everything she tries to do just seems to fail. Everything she touches turns into a big mess. I feel like I got markled, which is a word people use when they feel tricked by her. My review for her brand is a big no. I do not think anyone should buy these candles. They are just not worth the money. You can find much better things for a lot less money at almost any other store. Many states have laws that say you have to give money back for broken products. If the company refuses to help, the customers can tell their bank. Then the bank will take the money back from Meghan's company and give it to the customer. If this happens a lot, the company will not be allowed to sell things online anymore. This is a very serious problem that could shut down her whole business. She needs to fix these problems fast before she loses her ability to sell anything. These candles are a sticky mess. They do not have strings and they smell like cheap soap. It is a total joke of a product. I am a guy who likes candles and I think this business is a disaster. It is falling apart very fast. The scent is weak and it does not smell fancy or nice at all. It's just a waste of money for anyone who buys it. I would not even give this as a gift to someone I did not like. It is just junk in a jar. Even though her business is failing in America, Meghan wants to start selling things in the United Kingdom. She thinks British people will love her jam and her candles. This is very silly of her. Most people in the UK do not like her at all. The laws over there are also very strict about broken products. She would get in a lot of trouble if she tried to sell broken candles to people there. She is totally disconnected from reality if she thinks this will work. Her brand is trying to compete with the king's own products. His products are very high quality and people love them. The idea that she can beat him with candles that do not even have strings is crazy. This Wickless candle scandal is just the latest failure for her. From canceled TV shows to broken products, everything is going wrong for her brand. I do not think this company will survive for very long. It is a lesson in how not to run a business. You have to care about the things you sell.